Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Planet Zoo and my slightly kosher. Is it kosher? Health and safety unconscious zoo where there's big uneven paths that they're gonna trip over, and it's gonna make and there's grass growing through the path. I just realized here when you zoom in. Oh man. And oh, bit of litter on the floor there. We might be starting to get litter problems very soon. I never managed to sort that out in the other zoo. Not entirely sure, like, why. How many caretakers I'm going to need to sort that out, but never mind. So we've got this lovely polar bear pen, and the polar bears are actually now finally getting fairly happy in here. The only thing that they're a bit unhappy about is their meal quality, so I'm going to try and find a bit of the barrier. The easiest place to find the barrier is over here, actually, by the habitat gate. As you can see, all the bits that have been, basically the terrain has been made into a barrier. You've got like a null barrier there, and then it comes down into these rocks that are kind of like, because the rocks will go through the barrier, but they'll also stop anything going in, whereas terrain won't. So you can kind of make rocks go across this little gap between the barrier and the terrain and bridge that gap if you need to. So that's just a little trick I used. Okay, you can't even tell it's the polar bear from here. What? Who said that? It's not my fault they need such a huge blinking enclosure. My goodness me. Or maybe we need to do something where the guests go down and they can look out. I can definitely tell it's a polar bear from there. You need the loo. Oh no. Anyway, I will need to like focus on the guests at some point, but you know what I'm like. I don't focus on them. This isn't about them. This is about the animals. So what I'm probably going to do today is look at some big cats. But I want to just, as I say, I was clicking on the barrier to try and upgrade their food, because it's the only thing. They're 96% happy. It's the only thing and they don't have yet is their food upgrade. But despite the fact that I've researched them to level 4, they can still only have grade 1 food. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just carry on researching them then. In that case, I will move on. So we've got all of the new animals here, with the exception of the timber wolves. So today's episode, I imagine, will be about them. I wonder where we should put them. I'm thinking we could have a whole section of, I mean, pretty much everything is all about being around the outside of the polar bears. So that area is pretty boring because it's all about like the entrance to the polar bear pen. Over here is more interesting. So I'm thinking I might put something in over here instead. So I might leave the trees and stuff there and maybe put some toilets and gulpy sodas and all that sort of thing in over here because they're getting a little bit unhappy with the state of things. And then I'm going to make a nice looking wolf enclosure, I think, and see if we can get some of these new Arctic wolves. Then I'm thinking snow leopards. I'm thinking anything else that's to do with ice and snow. And then I'll probably go back to my main zoo and have a little play around on there. And with my main zoo, I'm happy to temperature control it. Here, I'm going to mostly just be focusing on the animals that can handle the temperature. So no lions yet. No lions. Man, it's like $1 million sheep now. Oh, mind you, it wouldn't hurt, actually, to have a few more. Because, quite honestly, you know, genetics are pants, so... Any of them fertile at all? That one's a bit fertile. That one's a bit okay. Maybe I'll stick with what I got. What's Benjamin like? Benjamin's alright. Fertility's 100%, but unfortunately I already have a male now. Spent loads on him too. This is what happens with the market though. So let's go and have a look at the timber wolves. No, not the timber wolves. The Arctic wolves, sorry. Timber wolves are the other type of wolf. So if I reset it, and I go to Arctic wolf only, filter. So we got some males. And some males, and some more males. Well, I mean, I didn't mind paying a bit for them, but wow. It has like a 0 fertility gene. What's going on with that? Approaching old age and may become infertile. That's nice that it gives you that, because it was definitely a thing where I was selling animals on, and I was always a bit worried. I was like, oh, they are kind of getting towards old age, and I feel bad about selling them on. And I would always try and sell them on at like a reasonably fair price. I'd sell them for less than I would otherwise if they were young, but still. So 2,000 for the only really nice ones. Okay, well, I'll get just a ordinary kind of rubbish one, you know. This one has some good fertility. And that one has rubbish. Oh, okay, that one's maybe alright. We'll adopt that one. And then I will build them a pen. And then I'll come back. Oh, now there's a couple more. But the genes are probably just as bad. Okay. Well. See, I like this. The other thing I have got happening now, I don't know whether I did this on or off camera. I do now have... I'll show you my mechanic thing. No, that's the trade center. Where's my mechanic place? With the spanner on it. That would make sense. But we do now have the Arctic theme being researched and the habitats being researched. So hopefully we'll start to get some prettier buildings. Like, for example, I didn't want to put a building in like over there earlier because it looked so darned ugly. Whereas I wouldn't really mind it too much otherwise. So yeah, that's what's happening there. I do still think lots and lots of extra boulders and stones and things would probably make this pen look cool too. This is all about this panda pen. No, this polar bear pen. I'm sorry, I keep misidentifying you. Right, so I want to go and have a look at these wolves and see what kind of pen they need. If you are an Arctic wolf, you need a grade 2 pen. You need 1,162 meters squared. And probably extra once you have a mate. Okay. You also need... They can breed the whole way through their life. Nice. Their life tends to be... They're easy to breed as well. Alright, so that's not so bad. Up to 8 males, up to 8 females. But there is an alpha male and there is also an alpha female. And they are monogamous. Wow, okay. So I wonder whether... there's any point in having a load of extra... Because, yeah, only the alpha male and the alpha female in a pack have pups. The adults are monogamously bonded and mate for life, while their pups stay with their parents until they reach sexual maturity and until food competition becomes too high, at which point they'll leave to become a lone wolf, which will search for another lone wolf of the opposite sex and establish a territory. So really, I think we want pairs of them, honestly. And they could have 1 to 3 pups. Okay, that's fine. So, 1,100... So I'm looking probably a 1,500 pen. I want to see how big this pen is for comparison size. 1,600. So a pen of a similar size to that would be absolutely fine for them. What are people thinking about the Dal sheep? Terrible scenery. And the place is as dull as dishwater. Okay. I want to get something from Chief Beef. The zoo looks pretty small. Good view of the polar bear. They want more. Yeah, okay. Fine, guys. You win. We'll put some more gas facilities in around here as well. So we still really only have the Planet Zoo shop shell at the moment. I could make my own shops, but honestly, that doesn't interest me too much, making my own shops. I like to make things for the pens at the moment. Not so much. So I'm just going to put a food and a drink thing in. So that's food. And that is drink. It usually automatically hires you a vendor for each shop. And hopefully people will come around here when they realise that there are cool wolves and things to have, to look at, etc, etc. I can't believe they said it's dull and the scenery is dull and stuff. It's like, no. I likes the scenery. Man. It's so mean to me. So they want toilets as well. A toilet might be a good idea. Let's put one in next to the food shops. 'Cause that's totally where people want to see a toilet. And if they're still going to be mean about my zoo, I might just, like, charge them for it. You never know. Until I make my money back on my investment. Okay, so let's make a little nice pen for this, my new dude to go in. So I'm going to curve the barrier. Have a funky wiggly pen that goes around here. And I'm going to make the sections a bit bigger then. I'm going to do some off-roading, I think. I just want to make him a cool looking pen. I don't want it all to be like all straight lines and stuff. We want wiggles. I may be going slightly too large here. Really? I don't know. That's quite a nice looking pen. A little kind of kidney shape going on. So we've made it out of hedges again, like we always do. We get the shape right and then we decide what kind of material we want to build out of. And I'm pretty sure I still want to go with the wooden log. No, let's go with the gabion. Or gabion, or however you say it. Then I'm going to want some windows in it. Okay. Doesn't want to select around there for some reason. How odd. I'll stick some windows in. Then I'm going to probably want some kind of habitat gate. Leading to a star path. So I've started mixing up the colours, you see, because they're all covered in snow, so you can't even see what the colours are on them. That's what we want. Little habitat gate over there, and then just go in, and the wolves will be totally happy. And let's go back to animal trading and see where the wolves are, what wolves we have, how we're doing with wolves, if any females are available. Whichever females are available, I will buy right away. Okay, there we are. Lovely. So, I have 2 beautiful Arctic wolves ready to go to quarantine. I thought my Dal sheep place was really nice. I'm super unhappy that people don't like it and think it's dull. The view is bad. The view is bad. I can barely see the polar bear. I mean, to be fair, the place is huge. So I need to think about the guest needs a little bit more. Their toilet needs is huge. The rest isn't too bad. I guess the view is okay. So I'm trying all sorts of different things to try and make the view better. I like that wolf pen. I think it looks cute. One of the reindeers has mature. Oh. Oh dear. I wonder if we're going to start to get inbreeding and things like that going on over the reindeer pen. I may need to quickly go and sort them out. But first we will put the wolves into quarantine. Go to quarantine, please. And your little friend too. Okay, so let's have a look. Reindeers, because they are all growing up and growing into big reindeers. And this is a problem when half of them are... So tortoise is now... So I'm going to just make sure that the contraceptives, I'll turn them off and on to make sure that they're getting their contraceptives as they should. But we've got two now that were previously not Frontier Zoo ones. They were previous. So that means I think that Engelard probably needs to take a hike at this point. And we need to get a new male reindeer. So we are going to do that now. Animal market, reindeer. You are reindeer. There we go. I know my alphabet. Do you know your alphabet? And so we can have Hendrik, who sucks, but is the only male. Augustin. Or Avu, who is decent. Or Yurdik, who is an albino. Unfortunate, but never mind. So what male, do we have any males? Were they all female babies? Pretty sure they actually were. Oh, we do have Gottfried, who is a small male baby. But that would mean we'd have to change out all the females. Because he's related to, like, loads of them. So that would be a problem. So he's going to need, like... Yeah, when he grows up, he'll need selling as well. But I'll just keep going back and seeing if any better ones come up. Yeah, my wolves are ready. Everyone's going to say, if they think that pen's bad, this pen, terrible. Nothing in it. But we'll change that. So, animal zoo. Let's move. You guys into your pen. And then we're going to just, as usual, sort everything out. And then I'm thinking some snow leopards, things like that. And then that'll be like Arctic Park, probably done at that point. Probably put some more gulpy sodas and things there. Probably put a nice like snow leopard pen and a Siberian tiger, stuff like that, in with the polar bears. And that, once I have every one of my, and probably like a 4.5 to 5 star zoo, and I've got every single one of the cold weather animals, then I'm going to consider the zoo pretty done. Okay, so my wolfies, I think they might be in there now. Are they? No? No. High amounts of always with the litter. The litter drives me mad. I'm like, why should I have to deal with that? This is what caretakers are for. But yeah, every time I put in new food places, they obviously make litter. I try to put bins in. I never put enough in. It is a bad times. But bins are so ugly. Don't want that. Ugly, ugly bins. But like a bin at every junction, basically. That's kind of what I've got in the other zoo. Okay, my wolves are here, so I need to go and pay attention to them. I want to see how big their pen is for them, if they're happy there. Sometimes I'm like, I don't care about the guest's view, as long as the animals are happy. I'm terrible for that. Okay, so your welfare is 62%, which is not bad, considering I just dumped you in to a completely empty pen. That's really not too bad at all. So their habitat, their cleanliness, temperature, terrain, and plants are good, but they need a hard shelter. Maybe we should build them a cool hard shelter. That might be a good thing to do this episode, actually. Because I don't think that, like, the kind of shed that we've got for the sheep and the reindeer is kind of really a wolfy sort of thing. I think wolves need, like, caves built out of rocks and cool things like that. So I'm kind of thinking I might make them, like, a really nice, cool enclosure. Especially because we don't really have much else that we need to do to keep them happy. Why not? Okay, so let's have a look what kind of construction blocks we've got that we could use. We've got roofs and things. Got archways. Got breeze blocks. Heyo! Someone went, heyo! Circles. Concrete wall floor. Quarter circle. I almost feel like I need to make an igloo right now. We have doors, we have all sorts of cool stuff. I think we're starting to get more cool stuff, actually. Wall decorations, roofs and floors, walls. I feel like I want to make them something kind of maybe out of concrete. And then like cover it in rocks. This could turn out terrible, okay? I'm gonna experiment and try and do things. So we've got the 4-meter curved concrete wall. Okay, so I'm gonna start with that. Got tons of room here too. So I'm gonna want to try and sort of get it kind of in line with my pen. I can make it really big as well if I want to. Now, doors are generally big enough for people. I think wall arches may be big enough for animals. Possibly. So they've got like a little archway there. Funky monkey. You can have big windows and stuff for them. They can have an arched tunnel, which could go at the front there if I turn it around. Maybe we'll get rid of that and we'll put them a tunnel in. That's pretty funky. Right. Now then, what kind of roof am I going to be able to give them with this? Probably not a great one. A little gable thing there. It'll probably have to be flat. At least this corner will have to be flat, I would imagine. I'm still being very basic with my designs here right now. I could put a 1-meter concrete wall on there and then that would be kind of interesting, but no, actually I don't think it would be. I think it would look rubbish, actually, personally. I think it would look awful. I can move the whole thing back later if I want to though. I'm just going to construct it and then we'll see. Oh, we could have columns, breeze block columns. And they can stick around anywhere I want, apparently. Well, that's super interesting. So if I wanted to add that on, could. But yeah, we'll do the basics first. Oh, an arch tunnel. Oh, would that be way better? Yeah, it would. I'm so bad. But then also, I worry because I know that I had trouble with things getting in before. But no, I think they will be able to get in. I think they will. I'm making them like a little castle. Oh my goodness, it's so cool. Right. Let's get them a ceiling in here. Also, maybe a floor. Should we build them a floor? And a ceiling? I wonder if we can paint it different colours. I haven't worked that out yet, whether we can paint things. There was definitely a, like, quarter floor thing here. Where was it? Oh, we're on walls. Roofs and floors. Concrete quarter. Oh, could we get a wooden floor, maybe? Metal plank. Plaster. Or wood. We had a wooden quarter circle that will fit in there. So, oh, right. So I see. It's trying to tell me that it doesn't know where to put it. Which means I have to tell it, manually where to put things. Also, it's a shame that I can't have the wooden slats all facing the same way. I've got to have that one sort of facing the wrong way now. So I'd love to have another wooden slat that faced differently. I know, I want the earth, don't I? Can I get it to snap? I don't know if that's too far off the ground for them. I hope they can get up there. Alright. Poor little wolves. Poor little wolves in their wolfy castle. Of wolfiness. I hope I can now actually build them a ceiling though. I hope that hasn't messed up the ability to build them a ceiling. Snaps. You just snap there. I'll stick them some beds and stuff in here too. This is their wolf palace. And then we'll probably round it off at the end. I probably won't be too exciting with it at the moment. About there, I reckon. About there. And about there. Give them some windows and stuff maybe. So I want roof decorations. Yeah, walls. It's not particularly Arctic yet. I do still need to put in some more to do the research on the Arctic stuff, and then I'll get more blocks for that. Hopefully, I can make myself a big ice sculpture or something. I don't want a flat roof, I think. I could go with plaster, or I could go with... Well, we're trying to do walls at the moment, sorry. We're trying to stick with... Is it breeze block we're doing, or is it concrete? Breeze block looks so much nicer, though. I might change these to breeze block. Breeze look... It looks classy. Looks like a little castle. Looks like a little wolf castle. Building a castle for my wolves, 'cause they deserve the best in life. Alright. I need quarter blocks. I need them to be out of breeze block or something like that for a roof. Columns, arches, wall pieces, structural props. Roofs and floors. We could have like a tin roof, metal quarter circle. Or we can have plaster one. Plaster looks quite nice on breeze block actually. I feel at least that doesn't have a way round. And then what we want is like a slopey roof. I know, I'm getting far too excited with this, I know. A double pitch asphalt roof. No. No. You're not steep enough. Corner for the eaves. 2-meter eave. No. No, you're not the one. 2-meter double pitch. 2-meter double. Ow, no. Why are you not? I love roofs in this, you know. I really, really love like being all creative and doing really cool things, and then for it just not to work, because that's super exciting, right? Okay, you know what? Fine. See if I care. I'm gonna do this. Okay? And then, right? I'm gonna do this. Find a little small, like, breeze block wall that will make this a little higher up, basically. If I can. Straight breeze block wall, please. Breeze block curve. Breeze block 1 meter straight wall. Okay. I'm gonna turn you around and put you up here. And then we're gonna put the gable on. And then we're gonna see if a roof will fit. And then I'm probably gonna have to put that 1 meter wall all the way around, because I probably will. And so I'm probably gonna need to like put it like here and stuff. On top of the roof. Or, you know, not. Alright, let's see if any roofs will fit now. It's like, don't you dare try and do something exciting. And that's double pitch. 2 meter. I'm pretty darn sure that that would work. If I could move it right. So, let's see if I can. I can split it from group. And then I can, like, advanced move it and just see if it will actually fit. But it's not going to snap to. It's never going to snap. So it's going to be one of these ones that never quite properly fits. See, Wolf Castle. Our wolfy building, just not going to work very well, is it? Poor wolves. All they wanted was a home. Group edit mode, please. That would be nice. It's a shame because I really like that little bit there. So how about if I build the rest of it and then do the fiddly bit later? Yeah. If we build all the rest of it, we'll put some nice windows in. Some big windows. I think some big concrete windows. Do they have to go into a wall? I think they might have to be a wall already there. Have like a breeze block shop front. Gosh, there's some cool stuff. But I think I'll just use a 4 meter breeze block floor. And it does seem like I have to be I have to force it to do what I want it to do. Because of the way I've done the flooring. I'm really gonna have to force that to do the right thing. But it's kind of fine. Oh, I can't see very well here. Is that in line? It appears to be. I think that's right. Yeah, that's fine. I apologise if that was completely out of time because of like lags and delays on my recording software. I'm gonna make them like a little steeple and everything. They're gonna have the best wolfie enclosure ever. And yeah, I am really, really starting to get more adventurous with all of this. Oh, that was fine as it was. No. Just need to do that. And fit it in. There we go. We could put a nice roof on it and stuff. Now, it was plaster, wasn't it, I was using for the roof? The wall decorations. All sorts of pretty cool stuff to decorate with. Can have a canopy, could have a shop front. It's actually pretty easy to make shops then. They give you all the shop fronts straight up. Okay, so I'm trying to make a roof. It's not really giving me... it's giving me things that I think really I need floors, honestly. Where's my plaster quarter circle? There we are. Put those on first then. Then I'm going to need a plaster square. Oh, no, that's breeze block. I don't want that. Asphalt. No. No, no, no. Where's my plaster? Concrete. Breeze block. Where did you go? Oh, you're gonna be silly now. Okay, so that's the basic idea of their little roof there. Okay. Now we're gonna do some more interesting stuff with it, and we're gonna try and see if we can put some pitched roofs on. Apparently I can put a pitched roof on like so, if I want. And then put another breeze block wall thing on. Let's see. Could get that in there. Just to finish off the end. I mean, the other thing that I could do is put another wall directly there. Like the tunnel at the other end only has a wall, right? Then get the 1 meter wall. Put that on top. And then get another one of these breeze blocks. And just finish it off like that. And then at least it's the same all the way around. Then we're going to have a look at some of these concrete windows. They look quite funky. I want to see what they actually do. Whether they will put a hole in, or whether they will just be very boring. Very boring seems to be the answer to that. Okay. See like how they compare to the walls and stuff. Yeah. Got a shop front, we've got a window. I want breeze block. Door, breeze block window. Breeze block shop front. I just want to give them windows in their place. But I would probably have to finish that off with a... Okay. I delete the wall. There. And there. I just want to play around with the windows for a bit. So, I had a shop front here. And I popped it in. Doesn't really like to play ball with the rest of it very well. Oh, it does actually. Oh, that's fine. Whoa! Get in there. Get in there. No, no, no. Yeah, that'll do. No, no, down you go. Here we go. Little wolfy windows. We'll do the same on the other side because you don't want it to be like uneven or anything. I hate it when it starts to get dark and then I'm like, no, I can't see. It's too much for me. The top there seems to be the best way. Okay, so now if we go in, we've got kind of like this like little sort of almost churchy looking space for the wolves. And they have like a little tunnel in, and then they have like a little roof. And yeah, this is my wolf building. We're learning. Okay, learning is happening, and I'll surround it with plants and it'll look amazing, right? So let's have a look at the decorations and stuff. Columns. Oh. Well, don't you look pretty awesome, like in the corner there. Is that in the right place? Ah, that's not in the right place. So pretty. I could try and make that go across there, but no, I'm not going to do that. Like try and make it follow the roof line, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and see if there's any good fences or anything like that that I can put around the edge here and make it look a little bit more special. We have wall decorations, nothing that I would say is particularly... Like a painted corrugated sheet. No. Yeah. A painted plank. Decorative strips that we could put on. Up there maybe or something. Down the sides, maybe. Possibly. Lighting's still awful. Still don't have many centerpieces, props, signs. Okay, maybe there would be a sign that would work. Would maybe have a wolf or something, or elephant. Got like a wolf one, tiger, camel, deer, elephants. Anything to do with a wolf that I can put on here. Hyena. Everything else. Everything. Except for our wolf. Toilet things. Cheetahs. Gorillas. Bears, hippos, lemurs, lions. Panda, rhino. Okay, let's search, okay, for wolf. There we are, there's the wolf sign. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh! I need to invert you. Maybe I don't. Maybe I can just have wolves wandering around the outside. Now then, I want to know. Can I colour these in at all? Can I paint them? Something I don't know about at all. I'm looking everywhere to see if there's any way that things can be painted. Custom signs, shop signs, all wall signs. Okay, so far I think we may have to leave the wolves as white wolves. I think. I think we're gonna have to. I'll take out wolf from the search so I, you know. But there's all sorts of little shapes and things, but like I maybe don't want them in that color, you know? Yeah, why would I want that? Primitive sphere. It's like a snowball. Primitive tubing. Architecture. Lighting. Signs. Props. Props seem to all be numbers and letters and things. Oh, we've got all the logs and stuff. They're pretty cool. Give them a log on top of their house. No, I don't think so. I think that's going to happen. But yeah, we don't have as much as I would like. I've got a big strip light there. It could light up the front. Their place. Would be really cool if they were like A, nicer, and B, nicer. If they were A, nicer, and B, they fitted across a little better. I'm hoping that that'll just light up prettily. How about, I mean, they had some awnings, right? Little shop canopy. Gosh, I'm sure there must be a way to paint these. There's got to be. Flatten terrain, position snap, angle snap. Duplicate, demolish, split, move. Because I've never really tried before with this. Like, to make things look nice and to try and paint things and to try and do anything like that. Oops. No, I want my wolf back, please. But yeah, I've never actually thought about whether I can paint things or not. So I kind of like my wolf den as it is. It's looking quite nice. I quite like the canopies on the windows. I will admit that. Oh, are they back to front or something? They look very back to front. I think that might be an issue. So I might just need to do a quick proper rotate on them. Whoop. And then it might be better to duplicate them, honestly, in the same position. Okay, so then... How odd. They lose... Oh, you know what it is? It's covered in snow. That's what it is. Everything is covered in snow. That's why nothing looks right. If it wasn't covered in snow, I wonder what color it would be. I'm actually going to move this one inside. I want to see if it's still white inside. Yes, it apparently is. So. Oh, hang on. Sign colour. Yes, this is what we wanted. We're looking everywhere for that, and I want it to be grey. Well, actually, no. Probably with the wolves, I do want it to be white, actually, because they're Arctic wolves, aren't they? How about with these? Do I get a colour with that? No, only with signage, it seems, that I get a colour palette. Well, that's still cool. If I wanted, like, pink wolves, I could have them. Yeah, I can't believe it took me that long to find that. I mean, not that I can really have pink wolves because they're all covered in snow anyway. But yeah, once I get some more interesting blocks and stuff, that'll be cool. But anyway, there are things that I can do from the nature side of it. Which is something that I kind of wanted to do, is to put some maybe rocks or ice rocks or snow rocks or something on as an interesting sort of cladding idea for their roof. But I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be terrible or good. Because this is probably the way that you would make some kind of igloo for them. No, I kind of think this is going to be awful if I try to do this. So I think I'm going to exit that. I'm going to get the whole building and move it all backwards. And that is Wolf Central. They didn't even ask for this, but it is now theirs. Yeah, I wish I could sort that. That's horrible, isn't it? But let's give them some bedding in here. Probably medium bedding will be enough for a wolf. Oh no. Ah, no. Back down there, please. Back down there. Alright then, let's go back in through the door. Why would that not properly... It seems fine now. How weird. This is my wolfie den. They got their own little den and it's really cool. And obviously if I had different blocks and things, I'd be able to do something a bit more interesting. But I feel like that's kind of cute as it is with its little wolf motifs on it. And I could probably do like a little... Well, I'm going to actually. I'm going to edit it a little more. I'm going to go into... Well, I can do anything in nature that I want to do. So if I want to have any like trees or rocks around it, then I can. I might just do that separately though. I'll keep the building on its own. It's quite nice because this one is one that can be done just with its like standard, very, very standard stuff. I wonder if like, oh yeah, like I can paint these. So if I wanted to say like yellow plaster pillars or something, I could have them that color, I think. Excuse me, I had this sudden right crazy tickle in my throat. Ah. That's what happens when you talk for an hour and a half without stopping and you don't take a drink. Oof. Oh no, that's not quite the colour I had. Oops. Must have been this. Okay, cool. So we've got kind of like golden pillars going on here. Okay, so this is more about learning to build than it is about taste, okay? She'll have just realized she can make the entire thing purple. apparently you can't make the entire thing purple. But, like, if you put little bits of pillars and stuff around it, you can kind of give it a coloured outline, which is pretty nice, I feel. So, under construction as well, under, what are we looking at? I want some basic wall pieces. I want the very, very thin ones. That's probably too thin. Now there were structural props and arches and columns. Wall decorations, that's the one I wanted. Got chains. I could give them chains. Oh my goodness. They might need a little bit of turning around. I just got a little bit overexcited by the fact that there were chains. Don't judge me. So I could put like a trim on around here. Oh, there we are. It understood what I was trying to do there. Oh no! It understood, but it wasn't quite there. I think, though, if I did a bit of a... Oops. If I did a bit of a... moving it around, it would probably fit perfectly. Yep. Almost. Pull it back just a touch and pull it this way just a very wee touch. And then undo that completely because that was rubbish. Rotate it just a touch. That's what we want. I'm just trying to put a little sort of lip around it, you see? Do the same at the back, and then I want a thin... breeze block base trim. What happened there? What? Wow, I spent ages doing that. Okay, I'm going to choose the pieces I want first, and I'll move them around. These are the right pieces, they're just in the wrong place. Okay, so we'll put them in. And then I'll sit and move them about. Okay, we have all the right pieces in all the wrong places. Thank you. This is working a lot better now. You just need to turn around a touch. There we are. Nice little trim on there. Do the same on the other side. Oh no, what happened to those pillars? They lost their yellow coating. Or I just didn't give it to them in the first place. Or we Control Z'd just a few too many times. Which is always a possibility with me in charge. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, there we go. On this one next. And oh, no, we didn't want move. We want advanced move because everything works better with advanced move. Everything. It is my friend. Advanced move is my best friend in this game. So when it gets to this sort of thing, you can go forever just trying to like put little tiny bits on and make it look pretty and extra trim bits and stuff like that. I don't know if that really adds a lot to it, but I think it kind of makes it look better than it was. I love the wolves on it. I do feel that something along here would be a nice addition. I'm wondering about these breeze block trims that I found. A 2-meter breeze block trim. Oh, it looks nice across there though. A 4-meter might be a bit more of the right size. So, I'm also thinking maybe across the top here, around the lights, something. Not sure what yet. Might do something there. Painted plank, no. So this one, if we do advanced move, rotate on it, and what I want to do is to rotate it like that. And then go to move it like that. And in a bit, down a bit, down a bit more, down a bit more. Just to give it a bit more of a interesting look to it. And I'll do another one then. And I'll move that into a very similar position. Or not. Still learning here, guys, okay? Rotate. To move. Move it backwards. Try to get it as exact as I can. And then we'll shift it down into position like so. Yeah! It's made it look more cute, I guess. Outlets and things. You can make it look really, like, realistic if you wanted to. But I might come back to this when I have some more blocks. But I'm quite, like, enjoying my wolf den. Yes, I like it quite a bit. So I think that is going to be it for that. I hope they like it. I want to see them go inside. The wolf den. I don't even know if the lights will come on. Like, they're probably not powered. Let's play. Let's see if they go in. I must know. They're like, we don't care. Give us some food. I probably should give them some food. Now, this is an Arctic wolf. It is not a polar bear, so I should put different filters on. Now, I probably need to give them another staff room as well at some point. See? These shelters suck. Compared to my shelter. No, you can't give them a shelter like that. You can give them a shelter like that. But yeah, I could do with giving them a nice big food tray and a water pipe in here too. Oh, it looks nice in daylight. Oh, yeah. Not bad if I say so myself. I'm starting to get there. Definitely starting to get there. Starting to feel my feet with it a bit. Feel my feet. Feel my way. And it's not exactly equal on both sides. I don't know if it quite why that is. Probably very slight angling issues. But that's just fussiness on my part, I think. Apparently they like footballs. And snowballs. And maybe we should give them some trees in their pen as well. We give them some moss too. Give them some caribou moss. This is more like for the guests at this point though. Leptis tree. And I would like to just put some like cowberry bushes just along here. Now, you know something? I would love to put trim along there if possible as well. I realise that's actually quite a bit sticking out. I wonder if that's something I can do. Have I got my... Oh, it's been an hour already. I love constructing things like this. But it's taken a bit of a while to do. The wolf pen, yes! And I feel so much more confident that... and I will be putting exhibits into this zoo. I feel so much more confident that I can make a really cool exhibit enclosure. But I do want to wait for some other Arctic stuff to be properly researched. Toilet block is without power. Oops. That's not clever, is it? I need to put it off that staff path. I think that's going to be the best thing I can do for the power. Let me see. Habitat. No. Facilities. Power. Transformer. Yeah, off this staff path as far back as I can. Oh, why won't you? No, no. Will you give me a path? Come on. No, it won't. I'll need to put it in a separate staff path. We'll just do that, and then we can have a transformer behind the toilet. And then I will sign off because oh my goodness, it's been a long day. A long day of building, and I don't feel like we've done a ton, but we kind of have to. But, oh no! It was doing it, and then it wasn't. There. So that looks like the path is just there for the transformer, and that should be giving the toilet some power. And maybe my lights will have power back here too. Anyway, that's it for today. I think we'll carry on with the wolf enclosure, and we'll make it more pretty and cool next time, because I spent so long on their little house. But my goodness, like compared to the start of this, like the start of me playing this, my building skills have come on so well, I feel. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more, then please subscribe. I'll let you know when the buildings are being done, when the videos roll. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.